My business has gone from 60 employees down to about 6. It's on its last legs.
And this is because of the lockdown, correct?
I would say half of that is from the lockdown and half of it is from my political stance that I've taken and this activism that I'm participating in now.
Welcome to INNterview at In24 News. I'm your host, Natalia Yuri, joining you today with a very special guest, Adam Skelly. How damaged do you think the lockdowns have been for the hospitality industry?
If everything goes, the way I think it will, my business will have taken on almost $1 million in debt since the start of the pandemic. So this seems to be the intention of the people who are pulling the strings here, is to trap us in a debt hole. And this is like the Hegelian dialect, problem, reaction, solution. The pandemic and the lockdowns have created this debt problem. We react by taking on as much as we can. Big corporations are able to take millions of dollars of government financing, and then they'll come in with a solution, which seems to me this will be the Great Reset that's perpetuated by the World Economic Forum, the IMF, and the World Bank.
Eileen de Villa said that she had reasonable grounds to believe that there was a communicable disease on your property. Now, does that mean that people were tested or people came out sick from your restaurant? Like somebody said that they got sick there, or was it talking about your staff?
She said there was reasonable and probable grounds to believe a communicable disease existed on the property. When my lawyers submitted an appeal to that order was immediately lifted. They didn't want that to go to their little kangaroo court, the health board tribunal, because if it ever did, they would have to prove that there was reasonable and probable grounds to believe a communicable disease existed on the property. And I don't think they'd be able to prove that.
Can you tell the viewers why it was necessary to act as you were doing it instead of waiting until the pandemic was over and then to file a lawsuit?
Again, my business suffered greatly as a result of this. In a huge way, our sales are down almost 90%. My business in 2019 did $3.5 million in sales at one location. We'll now do less than a third of that between 3 locations. There's no profit in this for me. I haven't made a buck because of this. I have got my message out, which was the intention, and I think it seems to have garnered a lot of support from people, given them some hope that somebody is doing something. And I wish it wasn't me who had to do it. It would have been a lot easier had somebody else done it in Canada, or had a lot of other businesses rallied around this and done it themselves.
Aside from the lawsuits, aside from the legal battles, what are you hoping to do for the future? Are you going to stay in the hospitality industry, or are you going to branch out and do something else?